On today's Toy Spot, we're going to be looking at the original Iron Man movie figures. Today we're going to be looking at the very first, the one that started it all, Iron Man Mark 1. I figured it was fitting with the release of Iron Man 2 to start doing some of the reviews of the older figures, and I gotta say these older figures from the original movie were very impressive. I didn't get on them right away. My friend kept saying, dude, get the Iron Man figures, get the Iron Man figures, and I kept saying, I really don't have much interest. And I ended up going back, and yes, he was right. I'm not gonna say his name, but yes, you were right. These figures were pretty cool. But today we are looking at the Iron Man Mark 1 packaging. You've got Iron Man at the top corner there with a bit of a cityscape. It's all basic red, keeping consistent with the Iron Man theme. And the gimmick with this figure is it's a launching flamethrower blast. Also, you can be Iron Man, a chance to win an Iron Man toy collection. Obviously that contest is long since gone. On the back, for the read-up on Iron Man Mark 1, it says, trapped and forced to build advanced weapons for a vicious rebel group, Tony Stark builds this powerful armor suit in order to escape. Flamethrowers in the arms create a fiery corridor before him, chasing off his attackers and lighting his way to freedom. And then the idea with the lever is that you pull back and release the to launch the flamethrower blast. The other figures in this wave, we've got the original Ironmonger with the red light-up chest. It wasn't really a light-up, but the red area. Later on, they released it with the blue. We've got the Iron Man Mark 3, and we've got Tony Stark Iron Man prototype. So that's packaging. What we'll do is we will get this opened up, and we will have a better look at Iron Man in his Mark 1 outfit. So stay tuned, guys. Don't go anywhere. And here we have Iron Man Mark 1 out of his package. I was going to say outfit. We'll get the gimmick out of the way first because, if you know me, I'm not really a big fan of gimmicks. The idea is he has this missile launcher, and it's not really quite a missile launcher because it doesn't rely on a spring. You take the fiery projectile here, and you actually put it in the hole located in the side of his arm. And the idea is that when you pull it, if I can get it on camera here, you pull it, it actually, there is a spring inside, but not really with a trigger. You pull it and you let it go, and it fires itself off. Any guesses what I'm going to do with this? Certainly not going to display it with the figure, that's for sure. So now that we've got that out of the way, I'll give you guys a turnaround on the figure. And this is a nice figure. Really only serves as a reminder to me that I should have started picking these guys up sooner than what I did. By the time I got into the Iron Man 1 figures, this particular guy was already sold out, and I think they were already starting to get into Wave 2 that had the Ironmonger, I believe, with the blue chest light. So I ended up having to go back. I believe I picked this guy up on eBay. I don't remember how much it was, but I'm kind of glad I went back, picked him up, because really this armor here is what starts it all in the movie. As you can see, they've done a great job. They've put like this rust, this kind of faux rust all over the gray plastic. Had it just been straight gray, it probably wouldn't have done the figure as much justice as having all this extra paint. They've also got the paint in the front here. It's just enough to make the metal aged. It looks like it's been used metal, which I really like that. On there it's AFP4 475. All these extra gears and stuff like that. And also they've used the black in there to break up the gray, which I really like as well. And they've got the treads and everything else that run his armor. can only imagine how heavy that armor really was. You know, not movie-wise, I mean like if it was actually a real armor that Tony Stark had built, that would have been pretty heavy armor, I tell you. In the way of his articulation, I'll give you a close-up of the face here. He can rotate back and forth. It doesn't look like he can lift his head up or down, but it does rotate. His shoulders have a ball-jointed shoulder, so you can move them in and out, back and forth. You can rotate the arms. You can bend at the elbows. You can't move the hands because it looks like the hands are just sculpted into the side guard here. You can rotate the waist ever so slightly. You can bend the legs slightly back and forth, but more so in and out. You can bend at the knee, and you can bend at the foot. It also looks like, yep, you can move the foot back and forth as well. So it's a chunky, clunky figure, but it still lets you do all the articulation and still gives you lots of movement, which I really, really like. The gimmick, yeah, you know, they had to throw it in there for kids. But gimmick aside, it is a really decent looking figure. And no real limitation either for how many different poses you can get him put in, which I really like as well. So for that reason, Ironman Mark 1 here, he's going to get a 6 for me. A 6 for Iron Man. Looking forward to seeing the movie. That was a toy spot. Today we were looking at the original Iron Man movie figures. Today we were looking at the Mark 1, the lunchbox version. The very clunky Mark 1 costume, or suit. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And stay tuned for more toy spots to come. I'll see you guys next time. Later.